Okay, now we're going to get ready to pull the wiring through. So I'm going to take this is just some small pieces of string. And you can find these spools at most any hardware store. They're used a lot in home construction. But I'm just going to pull plenty of a wire just to have a little excess on each end. And you want a piece for each of the holes in each pot that we're going to put in. Okay, now I'm actually just taking a piece of wire. This is just an old coat hanger that I sort of cut and bent one end on. And we're going to start again at the farthest point, which is the output jack. And I'm just going to thread that piece of wire up through the body into the hole going into the pickup cavity. So it comes out on the other end. Then I'm just going to take a little masking tape and I'm just going to tape the piece of string onto that piece of wire and pull the string all the way through the body. And then I'm going to put a little piece of tape on this other end and be sure and label it so that we know which switch or pot that it needs to connect to. And then we continue. The pots we kind of need to go in from the pickup and do it sort of in reverse. But I've got that a little right angle bent in there so it'll pop up through the top. Tape on your string. And then pull it back through like before. And don't, you kind of want to keep these in order and don't let them get twisted and tangled because that will cause problems as you're trying to pick them through. I'm going to go ahead and do one for each of the remaining holes. And then we also need to do one that will go and connect the two pickups together. And I find it's easier just to bring the wire up through that F hole initially. And then pull your string through there up into the neck pickup cavity. And then we can go through the bridge cavity and connect onto the other end of that in the F hole. And pull that up through so that now we can have our wire going from the pickups and the switches up to the neck pickup. Okay, now I'm going to start matching up the strings with the different pots and switches they go to. And with the output jack, I'm actually going to make a little loop and slide it up into the jack. And just hook it over the little metal tab there that'll hit the tip. And then just tie it off there. So then as I pull, I can pull that straight out through the hole and get the threaded part to come out clean. Then we're going to move on to the volume and tone pots. And I'm just going to tie this nice and tight around the shaft. A lot of times these pots will have a little thin section right before the knurled piece where the knob goes on. And it's really nice to tie it on there. Just make sure it's good and tight and it won't come loose as you sort of pull and tug on it. Okay, double check that everything's kind of nice and straight. Everything's on its proper proper switch or pot that it's for the hole that it's going to. And just make sure everything's lined up and that you can pull it through smoothly, that none of those lines are tangled up. Then I want to just slowly start moving things toward that pickup cavity. And starting with that output jack, I'm going to start pulling on that string and just slowly bring everything in. Making sure nothing gets tangled as we go. And now you may have to make a little adjustments as you go along. Just kind of be patient and take it nice and slow. And be sure and ease these through that hole. Sometimes you kind of have to bend them a little. You don't want to twist any of your solder joints or anything loose while you're getting these in that hole. Just keep pulling your strings through. And now the real goal here, I'm just getting everything sort of inside the body, and then the next step will be to get it into the hole. Then the last one to go in is this the pickup selector switch.